Hi, good evening, Savar. Savar, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Hi, good evening. We're just waiting for other people to join in, okay?
Sure, ma'am.
All right, great. Yeah, thanks.
Till then, Malobika, can we play the video, please?
Sure.
Hi, guys. My name is Smarty. I am the first SmartyKids student. Thanks to the SmartyKids program, I can calculate faster than any electronic calculator, and you will soon learn to do it too. I am sorry to interrupt your lesson, but I need your help right now. The thing is that I recently came across a video clip on YouTube with some weird calculation tasks. I started solving them, and realized that they were not tasks, but an encoded message. I decoded it, guys. It was a message from the compies. They are amazing creatures from a distant planet at the end of the Milky Way named Metallica. I managed to come into contact with them, and we became friends. The compies are cool, and very smart guys. And you know what? They use digits to speak to each other, and can calculate quicker than anyone else in the world. But yesterday, instead of my usual message from the compies, I received some abracadabra. I spent all day trying to decode it, but all I could understand was one word: SOS. SOS means help me, guys. They got into some trouble. Compies are in danger. Something really bad happened to them. Time is pressing. Each next message I receive is harder to decode than the previous one. I am very worried. I the best and most promising kids, because only such kids go to SmartyKids classes. And it is you, all of you together, who can decode the message from the compies and save them. Keep in touch.
Hi, good evening, all. Thank you so much. We'll just go a little slow. We're just waiting for other people to join in. We have a close group of people who have joined in this evening. Thank you so much for your time, and thank you for being patient. My name is Malobika. I'll be the host, and I will be walking you through a presentation of Smarty. So to start off with, let me give you a little bit of background. So I represent a company called India Market Entry. And India Market Entry is into boutique consultation into education field precisely. And Knotral training, the one which you have signed up for today, is IME initiative, and this entire presentation would be about SmartyKids. Before we dive into the detail of presentation, I have my colleague with me who would keep this chat active, wherein you can type in your name, your address, your background, and of course, if you have any particular questions, we will love to answer them towards the end of the call. We would love to know who you are, where you're from, and if you have any experience, any exposures to Abacus. As of now, the mute option is turned on, so you won't be able to unmute and ask questions, but feel free to type in the chat box and ask as many as questions you have, or you can park it for the later part of the call, and I would take them up one by one. So this evening, we will start by a brief introduction. We have all kind of people who have joined us from entire India. You might be a teacher, you might be a parent, you might be a reseller, you might be a distributor, you might be a preschool owner, you might be a school owner, institution owner. Regardless of whatever background that you come from, we would love to know if you have ever had a chance to learn Abacus. Now, Abacus is a very, very interesting background and a story while other people are joining in. Just let me brief you on that. So it's a tool, basically, that is used to simplify mathematics for faster calculation, for making your mathematics strong. Now, abacus is one of the most trending subject, or I would say a trending form of learning mathematics in a very, I would say, using a lot of technicality to it. The reason being, especially after COVID, kids and their basics of maths has gone for a toss. And I'm sure you will agree with me. My kid has the same problem as well. And it just helps you to catch up. And this is a support system to your current academics. So say, for example, if your kid is going to school already, they're doing their regular curriculum, their academics, which they're expected to do. But it is a support. Learning abacus is a support of enhancing their current academic skills. Very few people know that abacus learning, okay, that starts from as early as age of 4, and that goes up to typically from 12, 13, 14, not after that. India is, not accustomed after 14 because the kids are focused on their boards and their boards preparations, etc. Now, why we introduce abacus at a very early stage? One of the reason being that in an early stage of your, of your brain development, it's very fragile and it is very open to learn new things and techniques. You and I might take some time to learn abacus and the technique behind it. But for kids, it's very, very simple and they kind of love to play with toys and tools. So without delaying further while other people are joining in, I'll walk you through a small presentation. Please feel free to type in your questions for now. And then towards the end, as I said, as a thumb rule and as a promise, I will try to address all the questions that you have for me today. So in India market entry, okay, so if you see here, it's hosted by a Knotral training. It's by India Market Initiative. And apart from, Smarty, there are various other brands that we are associated with. And SmartyKids is one of my favorite, my personal favorite, because I started my India market journey with SmartyKids. SmartyKids is, if I say an abacus, it would be an understatement. The reason being abacus. So there is a term called mental arithmetic. Mental arithmetic and abacus is one of the method of learning mental arithmetic. So it takes care of your overall development. And guess what? We have made it gamified and thematic abacus learning. So guys who have joined in later, you have missed out on the initial, a video that I was playing, wherein Smarty was, talking to certain people in outside, Earth, outside the universe. He was communicating, he had some issues, and those kids, I'm sorry, I wouldn't say kids, those aliens were talking in numbers and they were seeking help. So basically, I will tell you the story, after some time, but basically it has been designed on a theme based to gain and attract and retain students. Okay. So before moving further, I would love all of you to actively participate. We are a very small group of people today, and I would love to know your understanding, your take on what is the biggest challenge, what you see today in maths. Okay, so I'm just launching the poll and I would request all of you to actively participate to understand the challenges. So let me just read out the question to all of you one more time. It says, what is the biggest challenge you see in children maths learning today? Oh, we know it all, okay? So lack of focus and concentration, fear of maths, low confidence, difficulty in mental calculation, low student engagement in class, and parent dissatisfaction with results, peer pressure. We all go through that. And I would request all of you to actively participate. And I see difficulty in mental calculation is winning the chart. So I would request all of you, few more seconds that we can give, and expect all of you to put in your thoughts, which will help me to understand and customize the rest of the presentation for the evening. I will try not to talk a lot and not to give you a lot of download of information, but also understand where you're coming from. What's your pain point? So starting the conversation, breaking the ice, the first thing that I get to know that you have witnessed that there is a lot of difficulty in mental calculation. I agree actually with you. So I'm just ending the poll with that thought. Thank you so much for your participation here. And the results says the winner is difficulty in mental calculation. Moving on to the next slide. So how Smarty and what is SmartyKids? Okay. Now SmartyKids, the brand, it's based out of or headquartered in Bulgaria, Russia. It's a huge brand internationally. If you Google them, if you search for them on Google, it's a very, very big international abacus chain. And this is, I would say, only one of them who is SAMA Global certified, which is a non-profit organization, which is, I would say, associated with mental arithmetic, and it's a very, very, very big deal to be SAMA Global certified. Although the teachers, the trainers who will train, the master trainers, they're all certified training, and they have to go rigorous training and program in mental arithmetic and abacus in order to be our SmartyKids trainer. I will talk about this later again. So coming to SmartyKids, it is an international abacus and mental arithmetic education system that blends structured abacus learning. Everyone in the house, I would ask this question again at the later part, is what do you mean by structured abacus learning? Now, in India, you can learn abacus starting from 50 rupees to 5,000 rupees. I know somebody who charges 7,500 rupees per month for abacus teaching. Okay. The difference is quality and the content. Now, the way and the more structured approach that you have for abacus, the systematic structure is actually the one which makes you a brand, which makes you stand out from the crowd. And why, and this is one of the USP that what we have, and I'm really, really proud about the content and the curriculum. We keep on getting a lot of feedback, not only from the students, from partners, from parents who come back to us and say, we love your curriculum, we love what you teach. Now, what interesting, I would say the word tadka that we have put in here, which is the gamified instructions. So kids, even kids, I mean, even us, if we are learning something which is more black and white, you get bored, you kind of find excuses of not to do that. And also adding, cartoon characters and animations and gamifications to anything which makes always attractive, especially for the kids. They love animations, they love gamifications. So that's there. And last not but the least, thematic lesson design. Thematic lesson design means we have a theme, okay? So let me give you just a little bit of a background. So SmartyKids, the boy, which you see it later as well. So Smarty is the boy, okay? He is in a time travel wherein he is exploring the universe and he's trying to help his friends who are aliens. So we have designed a theme, the books, the stickers, the flashcards, everything that you will see are all aligned onto this theme. So basically, when a kid is moving from stage 1 to stage 2, the kid thinks that he is helping, Smarty to kind of decode the problem and help them move forward. Coming back to what SmartyKids and its, understanding is, it is 350 plus centers with worldwide. The presence is in 11 plus countries, actually it's more now, and it has 20,000 children who have enrolled globally. That's a really, really big number. And of course, it's 1,000 internationally trained educators. This is very important because to, I would say, impart quality education or impart quality content, you really need trained and certified teachers who can, take this further. So a globally proven methodology adapted for Indian centers. We'll just move forward towards this and stop me, raise your hand if I'm going too fast, ask me questions which is relevant. Just allow me a moment. Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. So ask me questions. You can raise your hand or you can type in the chat if you have any questions for me. So coming to how Smarty learning works. So there are certain, if you see the circle, okay, abacus is one part of mental arithmetic. Now, what it improves on or what is emphasizing on is not only your mathematics skills, not only the academic part of it that you're learning addition, subtractions, multiplication, divisions, but also it helps you in concentration, attention, confidence, independence, speed, accuracy, logical reasoning, memory, and visualization, of course. Because if the kids see something which is recurringly there, which is colorful and interesting, obviously it will help them retain this information from much, much longer time compared to black and white, books or chapters or pages that they see regularly. And hands-on activities learning, physical engagement, mental arithmetic, of course, it obviously gives you a push in terms of understanding the speed, accuracy, and confidence. Moving on. So, give me a moment. Yeah, to the next slide. So, what is gamified and thematic pedagogy? Now, pedagogy is nothing, okay, for the people who are not from an education background, or you're just a parent, or you're just somebody who is exploring and understanding what is abacus industry is all about. So pedagogy is nothing, it's the science of learning. Now, when I say science of learning, that means the games place drills, themes replaces repetitions, rewards build motivation, stories create emotional connection, and it results to, so equals to, children stay engaged, teachers deliver with ease. So in any education, in any studies, there are two parts to it. One is the person who is delivering, and other is the receiver. So the teacher and the child. We have to make sure that the content are very, very teacher friendly. Wherein, say for example, if you're a teacher and you're running an abacus classes, if the content are not attractive, or if it is not something which the students are grasping it or understanding it easily, you will not feel interested or you will not stay engaged in the class. If you are able to make it interesting, if you are able to give a story, a timeline to it, then the children obviously stays engaged. Equals to better retention of students level by level throughout completion of the Smarty journey. So everything has a reason behind it, okay? Now, how we have designed the curriculum. So people who are purely coming from an academic background, this is your area of interest. So we have 7 levels, all right? So actually the name is exactly designed at how we call it Smarty, SMARTY. But only thing is we have A1 and A2. And what you see is what you get in every level, the colorful books. And it's not only the colorful books, the pages are also as colorful as the book. These are absolutely high quality premium books that we actually give to the students to make sure they love, and the touch and the feel makes a better experience. Apart from that, I think level S and level A and level R also has a lot of stickers, activity books. I will show it to you later. I have the physical books with me. So the books, the stickers, and the theme card and your progress report and stuff like that. Just to make sure that every time that they're doing and completion of a level, they get a sticker which they can actually stamp on, and obviously they feel something rewarded, something recognized. Just allow me a moment. So now we come to the demo. So I'll give you a very, very small tour to Smarty Universe. Now, what we have to offer, please understand that first. We are not into franchising space. What SmartyKids has to offer is a retail model. Now, what do you mean by retail model? Is that you're purchasing something, like you're going to a shop, you're purchasing something and you're getting something out of it. So here, the retail model has been designed to make your life simple and simplify it. The reason being, a couple of, very, very important thoughts behind it, which I would really like to emphasize today. One is Abacus, or a lot of add-on activities, is not a full-time business for you. It cannot be a full-time engagement for you. It is meant for the people who are, say, running a preschool. Evening hours, you can use that time. If you're a teacher going to school in the morning, evening, you're using the time, or the weekend, the time that you're using to teach and give classes to your students. I'm sorry, I have a bad throat. And the reason why it's not a full-time, occupation, or it cannot be a full-time occupation, because the kids are available post the school hours and on the weekends. And why I'm emphasizing is why we have made it retail. The reason being, you have the flexibility to run your current business, deliver commitment, and also have a feather in the cap as an abacus as an offer. So say, for example, say Server, okay? So say Server, for example, she is a preschool owner. So in the morning hours, she is running a preschool. In the evening hours, she has the time, the space, the infrastructure, which is available for any kind of add-on activity. So she can run her abacus classes there. So basically, she is able to kind of recover the rent, recover the, say, the investment, and also attract more students for her preschool, which can actually mark as a, cross-marketing for each other's brand. Now, the benefit, or I would say the plus point of having a retail model and not a franchising, because it's just an initial investment that you're doing and you're able to stay with the brand for a longer time. If you are franchising to something, I'm sure if anybody of you are from a franchising background, franchisee does not allow to have one more franchisee in the same periphery or the same infrastructure. The reason being, they call it as a conflict of interest. So we cannot have that. You cannot run Eurokids and Smarty, or Bachpan or Smarty, or you have a school and Smarty. You cannot have that. So retail model, first of all, it gives you a lot of bandwidth and I would say ease up to do your business. Number one. Number two, you have the freedom to charge based on the place, community, state, city you belong to. So there is no hard and fast of rules or regulations that you're supposed to adhere, and you can make it a flexible source of income and flexible business on your own terms and design it. Okay, so I will come back to this when we talk about more on the financial part of it. But right now I will emphasize on, or rather I will demonstrate our Smarty universe. So Smarty universe is our platform which we have designed. This is a digital platform for the students who are, just a moment, who are looking for a digital source of learning, certain, say, abacus, say, I would say digitally. So you have the books and it has a combination of, books as well. Just a moment, logging in, allow me a moment. Here you go. So I'm logged into Smarty Universe. Now, this is the platform that we have created. Simpler, it's also meant for teachers. So this is the main page, this is the dashboard, and this is just a demonstration account. So obviously you will not see a lot of names and any other additional information added in here. This is just a glimpse for you to understand and see how typically Smarty Universe has been designed. So we have a scheduler that we have, this would be, you can add your students, you can choose your class. This is the student information. So I have kind of added 3 of students, who is assigned to what is the progress that they have seen. So I can select the course and the name, etc. Coming back to the games part of it. So just to give you a glimpse, we have mental count, columns, dual screen, multiplications, division, abacus, flashcard, subtle table, alphabet, find the number, and so on and so forth. Now, these games have been designed for the students to be engaged. So obviously they are under the assumption that they are playing games, but basically they are actually learning abacus and mental arithmetic, and they're actually multiplying their approach and reach and understanding this. Hope if that makes sense. Coming back to the presentation slide, I will just will not take much of your time and to understand, because more or less we have explained about all the content and your approach and how you can take it forward from here. Yeah. So just a moment. Coming back to the slide, if you want to see Smart Universe one more time, I can go back post I finish my presentation. Okay. If you can see my screen now, who can implement SmartyKids? I have given you a brief idea already. If you are a preschool owner, a daycare center runner, if you're learning any kind of a tuition, learning hubs, activity, after school centers, independent tutors, existing abacus centers, upgrading to global standards, which is very, very important, and also easy to integrate into existing setup. It can gel, it can blend with any kind of approach that you have. Also, if you're a budding entrepreneur, also if you are giving distance learning online educations or online classes, you can also kind of explore this opportunity. It is meant and suitable for both. Now, coming to the investment, okay, this is the most interesting part for me. I'm not sure how much you're interested to know about this. So what's your investment and what you get? So the initial investment to associate with SmartyKids brand, your investment starts from 90K. You can obsolete the GST part of it. GST is applicable only if you are, pursuing your online gamification. So Smarty Universe, basically. If you're just moving ahead with books, there is no GST applicable. So 90,000, and what you get in return. What you get is 45 sets of premium books, which is printed by Thomson Press, which is also well known and known all to us, which is India Today Group, Asia's largest printing press. The reason we have chose to associate or partner with a very big brand, just to make sure that we are not compromising on the quality and the trust and the brand building in India. We will not do that at any point of time. Being Smarty an international brand, they're very particular about the quality of delivering, etc. Coming to the brand building, free teacher training, which is worth of 42,000. And I'm sure it'll ring a bell that why are you charging 42,000 for a teacher training? Which is, of course, you're getting free as a part of the entire deal. The reason being, these are the trainings which is done by the International Training SmartyKids Grandmaster. If you remember, towards beginning of the call or beginning of this evening, session, I mentioned that we are, the trainers are some are global certified, which takes a lot of time, effort, investment, courage to be a certified grandmaster. So all our teachers, all the trainings would be imparted by the grandmaster trainers, who are really, really expensive in terms of their time. Which obviously you're getting free. We are not charging you anything additional for the training. And moving on, which is the next, which is the Smarty repository. Now, what we have done is just to make sure that the students are not getting bored and they're not getting, I would say, a very regular affair of, learning. Just give me a moment. Sorry about that. That's the occupational hazard working from home. Sorry about that. Okay, so coming back to Smarty repository, yes. So I was saying that when you are having your students coming to your classes, for your regular classes, sometimes it might get monotonous, and sometimes the students might want to do something different from the regular aligned of activities, which is abacus. So what we have done is we have built a repository. Repository is nothing, it's like a library. It's a big library, digital library, which has more than 250 lesson plans, 100+ activities, which is inclusive of your psychological tests, demo, And of course, we have parent presentations and convert-based students, etc., certification. Everything is added into that repository, which you get a lifetime access. So even if you want to, kind of use this at the later part to run these tests, these are really, really creative and all science-backed research tests that we have developed for the students just to make sure that they are able to learn something, retain something every day as a new start. Now, there's no franchisee fee, there's no royalty, there's no long-term commitment or contracts, which is, or I would say, which makes us stand out from the crowd, which is very, very important because you can have 2 businesses, 3 businesses parallelly running, not worthing of any kind of a long-term commitment. Now, that leaves us towards the end of the discussion. This is really, really important, and I think this is the reward or the recognition or how we want to thank you for your precious time to offer you a flat 10% off on the signing up before 31st of March. So if you are interested to know more, if you are looking to collaborate with us, if you are looking for of association, or even if you're looking for more information or you want to refer somebody, you're most welcome. Please do scan the QR code. My colleague will, kind of type it in the chat box, the link, wherein you can type in the link, fill out the form. Then we will have as a next course, we'll have a one-on-one discussion, understand more about Smarty, understand if this is something you can pursue at the moment, something is your area of interest, or you would need some more support or help from our end. So we would like to, obviously, as a part of once you, kind of scan it or you click on the link, we would love to connect and then we will take the conversation ahead from there. So what we are going to do is, of course, as what you can expect from us. Suppose you fill out that link. What we do is we have a one-on-one demo sessions. Then we have a center level implementation. So we do the hand holding and the support that you need if you're absolutely new to this industry. Then, of course, we start with your onboarding and training part of it. Would just like to add something. Training, we always want somebody who is, we really don't need to be a very, very, very smart in mathematics to be a part of the training or be an Abacus certified teacher, because that's how Smarty has been, or the entire curriculum has been curated. However, we want somebody, say for example, if you are the owner, you are the investor, we want you to be a part of the training, which helps you not only to understand Abacus, but also your business sense, wherein how to market, where to market, who is the right kind of audience, who can, kind of go ahead and market themselves. So that's about it from my end. If you have any questions, I'll absolutely love to answer. I'll open the floor. I will make the changes on my settings on Zoom. So feel free to unmute yourself and ask as many questions that you have for the evening, and I can help you with those. And if I do not have any questions, I can always come back to you with an answer. So yes, so can you start in with, kind of unmuting yourself and let me know if anybody is Abacus trained or anybody has learned Abacus in their childhood ever, who is part of this entire group. So we have Saloni, Abhishek, Udar Shankar, Savar Harchai. If you have any questions, would love to answer, please. Okay, was that too much of information? So please do let me know if you have anything you would like to know. If how would you like to partner with us? How would you like to take the journey further with us? Amir, I think you've just joined in, Amir, but thank you so much for joining in. You missed out on a lot of presentation this evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Hi, good evening. Please tell me.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Fine. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am. What about you, ma'am?
Good, good. Thank you so much, Amir. So, you have any particular question? Did you see the presentation?
No, I'm not sane.
Okay, you missed out on the presentation. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll love to share you the video of this. But before I let you go, are you Abacus certified? Are you a teacher, educator, or you are looking to start your own business?
Actually, I'm a teacher also, and I'm doing Abacus Training Institute running now. So I just want to become more advanced level.
In Abacus.
Yeah, Abacus also any other things, Vedic math or other any kinds of activities.
Okay. So, Amya, unfortunately, we are purely into abacus space, and this is more like a business opportunity. So, if you, for example, like if you're looking to start your own business, or if you're looking to start your own academy, this is the right platform. But if you're purely looking for training, I won't be able to help you much with that, because this is a like complete offer of you get a books and the trainings, everything is a combination. Although what you can do is, Amya, on a chat box, we have my colleague has kind of filled out a form link. If you fill out the form, I or maybe one of my team member will reach out to you and maybe give you or support you with one-on-one questions if it is okay with you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Amya. Where are you joining in from?
West Bengal, Kolkata.
Okay. All right. That's great to know. Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you so much, Rohit, Vivek, Ayan, for helping me out. And we'll see you guys around. Thank you. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.